Dear friends, welcome to NPTEL classes. I am here to solve Chemistry Class 12th NCERT problem 2.22 from Unit 2nd in your NCERT Chemistry, that is solutions. Let me make you understand this problem so that you get to know what is given and what we need to calculate, and what most importantly, what ideas we need in order to solve this problem. Here we have a solution of glucose in water. This solution contains 36 grams of glucose in 1 liter of its solution. At 300 Kelvin, osmotic pressure of this solution, in which 36 grams of glucose are present in 1 liter of solution, is 4.9 bar. Now, question says that if osmotic pressure of solution of glucose is 1.52 bar at same temperature, what would be its concentration? So we have two solutions of same solute. Solute is glucose. When 36 grams of glucose are present in 1 liter of solution, that time osmotic pressure is 4.9 bar. Now, if osmotic pressure of solution is 1.52 bar, we need to calculate what would be its concentration. This problem, after reading 1 or 2 times, I got to know that this problem is based on a concept of osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure is a colligative property. Osmotic pressure of solution is colligative property of solution, because value of osmotic pressure of solution depends not on nature of solute but on amount or quantity or number of particles of solute present in solution. So on this basis I can say osmotic pressure has direct dependence on concentration of solution. If concentration of solute in solution is greater, osmotic pressure of solute will be greater. If concentration of solute in solution is less, osmotic pressure will be less. It is natural then that when osmotic pressure is 4.9 bar, 39 grams of glucose are present, and when osmotic pressure of solution of same solute is 1.52 bar, then that time amount of glucose will be less than 36 gram, because osmotic pressure value depends on amount of solute. If value of osmotic pressure got reduced, it means amount of solute present in solution is less. Amount of solute present in solution got reduced. But we have to calculate this amount of solute in terms of concentration. Very brief, I will tell you story of osmotic pressure. When we separate solution containing non-volatile solute from pure solvent through a semi-permeable membrane, there is vapor pressure difference between solvent and solution. Vapor pressure of solvent is greater and vapor pressure of solution containing non-volatile solute is lower because of lowering of vapor pressure. Because addition of solid non-volatile solute lowers vapor pressure of solution. And because of this difference in pressure, because of this difference in vapor pressure between pure solvent and solution of non-volatile solute, there is movement of solvent molecules from pure solvent side, dilute side, to solution side, that is concentrated side, through this semi-permeable membrane. And this movement of solvent molecules from solvent side into solution side continues until pressure balance is achieved on either side of semi-permeable membrane. As a result, this process is called osmosis, and as a result of osmosis, hydrostatic pressure, because level of solution rises, as a result hydrostatic pressure develops on solution side, and that due to osmosis, and that hydrostatic pressure we name as osmotic pressure. Or I can say that osmotic pressure is the increased pressure on solution side because of osmosis. Or I can say osmotic pressure is the external pressure applied on solution side so as to prevent osmosis, and is always equal to vapor pressure difference between pure solvent side and solution side. And driving force for osmosis is lowering of vapor pressure. It means value of osmotic pressure will be directly related to lowering of vapor pressure. But as per Rhodes' law, we have studied that lowering of vapor pressure in turn is related with mole fraction of solute. Therefore, I can say that osmotic pressure depends on mole fraction of solute. And mole fraction of solute, we can express concentration of solute instead of mole fraction in terms of molarity, molar concentration. And exact equation is that osmotic pressure of solution pi is equal to CRT. This is the actual equation of osmotic pressure that relates osmotic pressure with molar concentration of solution, molarity of solution, number of moles of solute in 1 liter of solution. R is similar to gas constant. Its value is same as that of gas constant, 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole. T is absolute temperature, temperature in Kelvin. So here pi is osmotic pressure. Pi is osmotic pressure. And capital C is molarity of solution. Molarity of solution. Molar concentration of solution. At particular temperature, T is constant, R is constant. So osmotic pressure, as per this equation, osmotic pressure is directly proportional to molar concentration of solution. Greater the molar concentration of solution, greater is osmotic pressure. Now look, we have solution, we have two solutions of same solute, solution 1 and solution 2. Solution 2. Solute is same in both. Here also solute is glucose. Here also solute is glucose. Now these are at same temperature. At temperature 300 Kelvin. At temperature 300 Kelvin. Osmotic pressure here pi 1 is, osmotic pressure is 4.9 bar. And here osmotic pressure pi 2 is 1.52 bar. Now first idea is that I will calculate molarity of solution here, C1 I will calculate, and then only I can calculate concentration of this solution, C2 I can then calculate. And how can I calculate this concentration? From given mass of solute glucose, that is 36 grams. So first idea is that I will calculate molarity of solution of glucose when 36 grams of glucose are present in 1 liter of solution. I will calculate molarity C1. C1 will be equal to W2 multiplied by 1000 divided by M2 multiplied by volume in ml. Weight of glucose is 36 grams multiplied by 1000 divided by molar mass of glucose is 180 grams. Volume in ml is 1 liter, that is 1000 ml. 1000 and 1000 will get cancelled. It will come concentration C1 will come 9 4s are 36, 9 2s are. It will come 1 by 5, that is 0.2. 0.2 molar. By applying first idea, I calculated that molarity of solution of glucose when 36 grams of glucose are present in 1 liter is 0.2 molar. Now I need to calculate molarity of solution of glucose whose osmotic pressure value is reduced to 1.52 bar. For solution first, pi 1 will be equal to C1 or T, and for solution second, pi 2 will be equal to C2 or T. Pi 1 is given because both solutions are at same temperature. because R is same for both, T is temperature is same for both, because temperature is same. I can write pi 1 is equal to pi 1 divided by pi 2 is equal to C1 or T1 divided by C2 or T2. As the temperature is same, T1 and T2 will get cancelled, R and R will get cancelled. I will get equation pi 1 divided by pi 2 is equal to C1 divided by C2. This is idea second. This equation is second idea that will help me to calculate molarity of solution of glucose when its osmotic pressure is reduced to 1.52 bar. I need to calculate C2. I may write C2 divided by C1 is equal to pi 2 divided by pi 1. C2 will be equal to C1 multiplied by pi 2 divided by pi 1. I will substitute now values of given, calculated and known parameters. Molar concentration I calculated equal to 0.2. C1 I calculated 0.2. Pi 2 is given. Pi 2 is given 1.52 bar. Pi 1 is also given. Pi 1 is given equal to 4.9 bar. From here I will get value of molarity of solution of glucose when its solution has osmotic pressure equal to 1.52 bar, and exact value comes equal to 0.06 molar. C2 is equal to concentration of solution of glucose when its osmotic pressure is reduced to 1.52 bar is 0.06 molar. In first case, when osmotic pressure is 4.9 bar, molarity of glucose solution was that time 0.2. Now when osmotic pressure is reduced to 1.52 bar, molarity of solution of glucose is also reduced to 0.06 bar. I will put before you now this data in form of table, and table will validate, data present in table will validate all the statements I have given. In first column I will write osmotic pressure. In second column I will write concentration, molarity of solution. In third column I may write number of moles of glucose, and in fourth column I may write dissolved weight, N2 number of moles of glucose, W2 weight of glucose dissolved. First, osmotic pressure was 4 point, unit of osmotic pressure is bar. This is molarity, concentration, this is molarity, mole per liter. When osmotic pressure of solution of glucose was 4.9 bar, that time molarity of solution of glucose was 0.2. that is 0.2 moles of solute were present in 1 liter of solution. And when osmotic pressure was 1.52, osmotic pressure of solution of same solute glucose is 1.52, that time concentration molarity of glucose solution was 0.06 molar. I mean only 0.06 moles of glucose are now present in 1 liter of solution. Look here, greater the here value of osmotic pressure is greater because molar concentration, because molarity of solution, number of moles of solute in 1 liter of solution are greater. Value of osmotic pressure is lower because molarity of solution, number of moles of non-volatile solute glucose in 1 liter of solution are lower. This validates my statement that osmotic pressure of solution does not depend on nature of solute. It depends on concentration of solute in the solution. It depends on number of particles of solute in solution. It depends on amount of solute in solution. Lower the amount, if we will decrease amount of same solute in solution, osmotic pressure of solution will also decrease. If we will increase amount of solute in solution, osmotic pressure of solution will also increase. Again validating the concept that osmotic pressure of solution containing non-volatile solute is a colligative property, and it depends not on nature of solute, it only depends on number of moles of solute in 1 liter of solution. Here if number of moles, here number of moles are greater, here number of moles are less. Here weight dissolved was 36 grams of glucose. Here weight dissolved will be less than 36 grams. This is the data I put before you in form of table, and information is that osmotic pressure has direct dependence on molarity of solution, or on number of moles of solute in solution, or on mass of solute present in solution. Decrease in molarity of solution, or decrease in number of moles in the solution, or decrease in mass of solute in the solution will result in decrease in osmotic pressure, or increase in molarity of solution, increase in number of moles of solute in solution, increase in mass of solute in solution will result in increase in osmotic pressure. Therefore, validating the starting statement of mine that validating my starting statement that osmotic pressure is the colligative property of solution containing non-volatile solute. And mind it that osmotic pressure develops in solution only when we will separate it from its pure solvent through a semi-permeable membrane. If you will only keep solution containing non-volatile solute, it will not develop osmotic pressure. It will only develop osmotic pressure when you will separate solution containing non-volatile solute from pure solvent through a semi-permeable membrane. Class 12 students, be blessed. This is what I have got for you today. See you day after tomorrow, as tomorrow is turn of class 11th students. Take care.